Father David here. It's nearly 100 years since the German and Italian people faced the spectacle of adopting fascism. And much to their shame and regret, they did just that, allowing Mussolini and Adolf Hitler to take control. And we all know what flowed from that. And while history doesn't repeat, it often does rhyme, as a historian once said. And that's what we're seeing today. The rise of Donald Trump is a clarion call to all of us that we are at a very serious fork in the road in our nation's history, and much will be decided for good or for evil, depending on the outcome of this election. Trump has promised to be a fascist dictator. His own national security team is warning us as loudly as they can about him. And yet, he believes that he can call veterans suckers and losers, as General Kelly recently acknowledged on the record to the New York Times. He can disparage so many of our people and yet still have followers. And what you need to see is that all of that degrading of what was once held sacred is simply a way to impose the kind of fascist power that Trump is so attracted to. Because if you are willing to follow a man after being thoroughly degraded in your values and morals, then he knows he can do anything and get a pass. The insurrection of January 6th was inexcusable. For the first time in our nation's history, we did not have a peaceful transfer of power because of this man. And you folks who are saying that, oh, he's rich, so he doesn't need to have this job. He's not rich. He's overloaded with debt. And it's you gullible folks with small bank accounts who are keeping him afloat. Those of you who say he's generous to others, you're simply being misled. Just look at that poor family down in Texas whose daughter, a military woman, was brutally killed, and he promised publicly, of course, to pay for her funeral, but when the bill came, he said no. This is a man who is all show and no tell. And on this 100th anniversary of fascism rising in Europe, let's not let it rise in America. We're better than this, and we can do better than this. God bless you all.